Hello, welcome to Simcha, a celebration of life. I'm Nikki Wallman. What is the powerful and mystifying message of dreams? They intrigue and frighten us, amuse and bewilder us, yet they've always been a profound source of inspiration in our lives. Today, Rabbi Abraham Trugman takes us into the hidden dimensions of the Torah with this fascinating exploration of the mystical meaning of dreams.
Since dreams are a symbolic language, so they don't come over in what we call a regular view of reality. They come through very symbolically, and I would almost term it a Hollywood production. But this is really how our unconscious and subconscious is playing back to us how we relate to reality. In other words, during our waking moments, our conscious intellect is in the forefront, and our unconscious and subconscious is in the background. In dreams, the roles reverse themselves. The conscious intellect actually continues to operate, like we call it, 24/7, but it goes into the background, and our unconscious and subconscious now are in the forefront. And since dreams are a symbolic language, they give over what we're feeling, but not in a straightforward way, in a very symbolic type of way. And that's how we have to interpret dreams. And the sages told us that dreams vary from being total nonsensical to totally prophetic to messages from God. And the question is, well, how do we know which of those it is? So in my book, The Mystical Nature of Dreams, I try to explain from a modern psychological point of view, as well as a ancient Jewish way, and especially according to Kabbalah and the teachings of the Hasidic movement, that since there are 5 levels of the soul, these levels of the soul actually work very well with modern psychological theories of the psyche and the complexity of the human being and the personality of human beings. If you know what part of your soul the dream is coming from, then that will help you interpret it, because at the lower levels of the soul is what's called the animal soul. And therefore we're told that in the Talmud that Rav Chisda said, any dream but a dream of fasting. One of the explanations is you can give credence to any dream except for one after a fast. What does that mean? It means that the physical factors of fasting will determine the type of dream that you're having. And since you just went through a somewhat extreme physical experience of fasting, it's going to shade the dream that you don't have to give so much credence to it. That is called the nefesh. In Jewish terminology, the lowest level of the soul is called the nefesh. The next higher level is called ruach, which means spirit, and that relates to the emotional makeup of a person. And this corresponds to what the Talmud says, that dreams are a replay of what happened to us during that day or previous week or previous month. And modern psychology says this also, that I would say the majority of dreams that people have is a playback of things that just happened to us. And that's our emotions. As I said in the beginning, it's the unconscious and subconscious now giving us indications of what we really feel. The next level of soul is called the neshama, which is usually related to the intellect. Now, this is an example of a type of dream where it's called problem solving. And many times we'll have dreams that relate to problems in our life, challenges, and during our waking hours, we're in a sense racking our brains to come up with solutions. But also our dream world is going to reveal what our unconscious or a higher self, the superconscious, thinks a possible solution might be. The first three, the nefesh, ruach, and neshama, the animal soul, the emotional component, and the intellect, are what we call the conscious elements of the psyche. The two highest levels of soul relate to the supraconscious. So the fourth level is called chaya, from the Hebrew word chai, life. And this relates to what we call will, the higher will that really directs a person to fulfill what they feel their purpose in life is.
According to Kabbalah, our dreams offer us an opportunity to understand our negative character traits. They can help us to learn what it is we need to change in order to nurture our emotional growth and further our spiritual goals.
The first three levels of dreams that we spoke about, many people forget them almost immediately. Or even if they remember them, they don't leave a lasting impression. But dreams on this level, where we dream of our potential, these are type of dreams that change people's lives. Where we have this highly significant dream, and we know that we're touching something very deep in our being, or very deep as to what we're supposed to do in life. And these dreams we remember. So that kind of a dream is coming from what's called the chaya, which is called the supraconscious level of soul. The fifth and highest level of soul is called the yechida, which means the unique point of godliness within a person. Jewish belief is that everyone has a spark of godliness within them. We're made in the image of God. So on this level, these are the dreams that actually appear in the Bible. All of the dreams in the Bible actually are coming mostly from this level. These are messages from God. And in the 5 books of Moses, the Chumash, there are exactly 10 dreams. And all 10 dreams are messages from God. God is speaking to people through dreams. So one might expect that when the sages would discuss dreams, well, what is there to talk about? If all the dreams in the Torah are these types of prophetic messages from God, so you would think that's all they would say about it. But everything I've said up to now is based on what the sages said. In other words, they saw a broad spectrum of types of dreams. And even though the Bible itself is dealing mostly, not mostly, completely with prophetic messages from God, nonetheless, they recognize that there are types of dreams that are coming from our daily occurrences. There are dreams that are coming from physical factors. There are dreams that are coming to solve problems. And there are dreams that are coming to tell us our potential. So here we have a very, very rich spectrum of types of dreams. So if we go back to our original idea of like, so how do we interpret dreams? So a lot depends on where in our soul is the dream coming from. Now, just to complicate things a little bit, usually dreams don't fall quite neatly in exactly one of the boxes. So therefore, many times, even though a person might have drank too much the night before, it doesn't discount that emotional factors are not at play. A person is touching their potential, or they're solving a problem. But nonetheless, still knowing by looking at the dream and then thinking, why did I dream this? Usually we can identify which level of soul this dream is coming from, and knowing that it's a symbolic language, then we can start interpreting, analyzing the dream, because we have a handle on where it's coming from.
Well, that's all we have time for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget to tune in same time next week. If you've missed any of our previous shows, you can find them on our website at www.spiritsister.co.za. As always, from me, Nikki, and the team, shalom and have a safe and peaceful week.